James Butler Wild Bill Hickok was born on May 27, 1837, in Troy Grove, Illinois, into a deeply religious and morally principled family. His father, William Alonzo Hickok, was a farmer and a staunch abolitionist who actively supported the Underground Railroad, offering shelter and assistance to escaped slaves. His mother, Polly Butler Hickok, was a devout and nurturing woman who passed her maiden name, Butler, on to James as his middle name. James was one of 6 children in the Hickok household, where hard work, independence, and a strong sense of justice were core values. Growing up on the family farm, James developed physical strength, sharp instincts, and a bold personality that later defined his legendary status in the American West. The Hickok family's involvement in anti-slavery efforts and their strong moral foundation played a significant role in shaping James's fearless character and commitment to standing up for what he believed in. The McCanles incident was a pivotal event in James Butler Wild Bill Hickok's early life that sparked his rise to national fame. In July 1861, Hickok was working as a stock tender and station caretaker for the Overland Stage Company at Rock Creek Station in Nebraska Territory. At the time, he was still relatively unknown and went by the nickname Duckbill because of his long nose and full lips, a name he reportedly hated. The incident began when David McCanles, a local rancher and former landowner of Rock Creek Station, came to the station with his son and 2 companions to confront the station's new operators over unpaid installments on the property. Accounts differ, but tensions escalated quickly. Hickok, who was reportedly ill and hiding behind a curtain due to threats from McCanles in the past, emerged and shot McCanles dead. A violent struggle followed, and Hickok, along with another station employee and a woman, managed to kill 2 more of McCanles' men, while the 4th fled. Although Hickok and his companions claimed self-defense, the event became sensationalized in the press and transformed Hickok into a national figure. Wildly exaggerated stories in Eastern newspapers portrayed him as a fearless frontier hero who had single-handedly fended off a gang of outlaws. This incident not only earned him the nickname Wild Bill but also launched the myth of Hickok as one of the West's deadliest gunfighters. While the truth of the McCanles incident is still debated by historians, it marked the beginning of Hickok's legendary reputation in American frontier folklore. During the American Civil War, James Butler Wild Bill Hickok served as a Union scout, spy, and teamster, using his sharp shooting skills, frontier knowledge, and fearlessness behind enemy lines. He worked in both Missouri and Arkansas, gathering intelligence on Confederate movements and assisting Union troops. His experience during the war helped refine his tracking abilities and solidified his reputation as a skilled marksman and trusted scout. After the war ended, Hickok transitioned into civilian roles but remained in dangerous, lawless environments. He took on several positions as a lawman in frontier towns, including serving as a deputy U.S. Marshal, sheriff of Hays City, and later as Marshal of Abilene, Kansas, notorious towns plagued with saloon violence, outlaws, and cattle-driving cowboys. Known for his strict enforcement and fast draw, Hickok became feared and respected as a peace officer who brought temporary order to the untamed West, though his methods were often deadly and controversial. He later pursued gambling and even briefly joined Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West shows and theatrical ventures, though these proved financially and personally disappointing as his wild reputation outpaced his actual performance. In July 1876, James Butler Wild Bill Hickok arrived in the rough mining camp of Deadwood, located in the Dakota Territory, hoping to strike it rich during the Black Hills Gold Rush. Though gambling had become his primary livelihood by then, his reputation as a legendary gunfighter still followed him. On August 2, 1876, while playing poker in Saloon No. 10, Hickok made a critical mistake. He sat with his back to the door, something he usually avoided due to the number of enemies he had made over the years. As the game continued, a disgruntled gambler named Jack McCall entered the saloon, walked up behind Hickok, and shot him in the back of the head, killing him instantly. At the time of his death, Hickok was reportedly holding 2 pairs, aces and eights, a hand that has since become infamous as the dead man's hand. McCall claimed he was avenging a personal slight, but his motivations remain murky. Though he was initially acquitted in a local miners' court, he was later retried in a federal court, found guilty, and hanged. Hickok's sudden and violent death marked the end of a larger-than-life figure and sealed his status as one of the most iconic legends of the American Wild West.